Alright, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Rock upon Yahweh, rock upon Yahweh Shai. 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 Rock upon Yahweh, rock upon Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Alright, so today's lesson is going to be called The Second Exodus is Upon Us. Alright, today's date is December the 24th, 2020. Okay, and there's big things happening, man. First of all, tomorrow is damn Christmas, man. Okay, the number one pagan holiday of the year. Okay, and for one, all you got to do is look around you. Ain't nobody got no money to celebrate Christmas, man. I mean, goddamn, I was just watching, what was that? What's that channel? Epic Economist, right? The Epic Economist, which if you don't know who that is, just look that up on YouTube. Or as they call the guy, Mr. Doom, right? He was, doing a, video, right? Saying that, most people right now, counting all the states, in America, right? All 50 states, half of the population is not having a Christmas this year, man. Okay, half the population is not, hey, look, man, half the population is not having gifts this year. Okay, which, by the way, that's not mine, just to point that out. Anyway, that's a big thing, man, because this holiday is or as the song says, right, the most wonderful time of the year, man. Right, but guess what? Not this year, man. Not 2020. Right, not this year. Okay, not this year. It's not going to be. All right, people have to choose now. Okay, are you going to pay for your rent, right, for this month's rent, or are you going to pay for, Christmas this year? Okay, that's what it is right now, man. Okay, so America, as the scriptures say, Babylon the Great is fallen. She is fallen, man. Right, Babylon the Great, America is falling, man. Right, by the day, this place is falling, and it's only getting worse, man. Okay, but you know what? That's a good thing, man. Okay, you know why? Because the Holy Book says, when you see these signs come to pass, look up, man, because salvation is near. Okay, what signs am I talking about? What, Mark the 13th chapter, Matthew the 24th chapter, just to name a few, man. Okay, Christ told his, apostles, what to look out for, for the signs of his second coming, man. And you're seeing these signs every single day. Okay, and it's been this way for a few years now, man, going back to like 2012, 2013, 2014 is when it really started to, get, crazy with the amount of stuff that's going on. But none of those years can compare to this year. Nobody saw this coming, man. I remember saying it back in 2019, for New Year's, that, hey, man, Lord willing, this, is going to be a crazy year. All right, Lord willing, a lot of prophecies come to pass. And hell, man, look what happened. Look at all the things that took place, man. The year started off with a bang, right? The was assassination of the what I believe was the one of the generals. I believe Iranian, right? I believe was one of Iran's top generals. I could be mistaken. You can correct me down below. But you just had that, right? That was like in the first days of this year, man. Then you had the Corolla situation. Okay, then the economy pretty much went down the drain. Well, it was already, but even more so. All right, just so much stuff. Then you had the Kobe Bryant thing, right? And then just so much, man. I mean, hell, it was such a bad year that even Walmart had to close. I mean, they're notorious, right? Notorious for being open 24/7. Okay, but hey, even the big dogs had to close this time, man. Right? They had to close at like, what, 8 o'clock at night? Every night? So that shows you, man, that the spirit of prophecy is in the air right now, man. Why? Because who the world calls Christ is getting ready to come back. Okay? We are, as Mind of God says, right? We're really at the end of the end. And it's true. We are at the end, man. Okay? We are really at the end of this thing. Okay, and I mean, we can say that, of course, that being said, there's always a possibility that the Lord might extend this, for who knows how long. But you know what? You know, at the end of the day, you know, all we can do is keep watching, man. Okay, because what Christ told us to look out for, thousands of years ago, like 2,000 years ago. You're seeing it happen every single day, man. All right, and as I said, the most prophecy is happening this year, man. Okay, the mark of the beast is now on the, I guess we could say, on the burner, so to speak. Right, the mandatory vaccine is coming. Okay, it's upon us, man. Okay, we us brothers have been having have dreams, man. I had dreams of spiritual power, right? The mark of the beast for the downfall of this society, man. Right, that nuclear destruction, right? World War III. Say, hey, look, man, the second Exodus is upon us. Right? Yahweh Shai, the world calls Christ, is getting ready to return, man. Okay, so if you can't see it, well, you just don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I mean, all the signs are here. Okay, only a fool cannot see this. Okay, so hey, look, man. Watch out, I'm gonna get the scriptures. I'm just, speaking, as a man real quick. That, I'm gonna put this out in public, man. Okay, because we all, you can tell, man, that the demons, that mess with us all they have been getting worse this year, man. Okay, compared to the years before. Right, any little thing to piss you off or to cause a problem, it just all happens this year, even more than these last years before, man. And I'll admit, man, that I myself been doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Okay, I will admit that. Okay, I've been doing things that I guess we could say are sinful. I will admit that. And you know what? I need to do harder. I need to try harder. Okay, I need to try harder. Okay, I know I'm, usually sitting up here, guess some guys would say I'm putting myself on a pedestal, but that's not at all, man. Okay, I gotta be humble, man. Just like mine of God, right? I gotta be humble. ETT, Yahshua, aka the notorious B.I.G. of the scriptures. I gotta be humble, man. Because even though I claim, to be the notorious B.I.G. of the Holy Book, that title can be swept away from me, man. Right? I mean, just like that, right? Just like that, with a snap of a finger, that title could be given to somebody else, man. Right? Any of us could be, the oil could be taken from any of us, man. What is that? I believe it's Matthew the 13th chapter. Or it might be Matthew the 10th chapter. About the, the oil, right? The 5 wise, virgins and the 5 foolish virgins. Say, hey, look, man, I'm just going to put it out there, man, that I will admit in public, that I have, done some things in the past, weeks that I should not have done. And I will admit that. And you know what? I need to try harder. All right. I need to try harder. I got to give it my all. Okay. I got to go harder for Yahweh Bosh, Shai, man. Okay. I gotta step up my game, in other words, man. All right. Because I have been slacking, and I will admit that. Okay. And I'm going to just put it out there in public. Okay. That I went off. Okay. I'm not going to say what I did, because that's between me and the Lord. But I'm just gonna put it out there, man, that I have nothing to hide. Okay, I'm just like every one of us. Okay, the scriptures say a wise man and a righteous man fall 7 times a day, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there, man, that even I myself, when I say brothers gotta go harder, I'm not just saying that you, the viewer, gotta go harder. I gotta go harder. Okay, I gotta go harder, man. Okay, and I gotta really put that on myself, man. Okay, I really gotta step up my game. All right, because hey, look, man, we're really coming into those times, man. All right, so you should, I'm just speaking from my heart here, that we all got to do harder. We all got to go harder, man. All right, they have a saying in the world, right? You got to give it your all. Right? You got to go balls deep, so to speak. Little inside joke, but we've got to go all out for this, man. Okay, the scriptures say the elect love not their lives unto the death, man. Okay, so those of us been doing wicked, unrighteous things, we really got to step our game up, man. We really have to, really got to be committed. Okay. And I'm just going to put that out there. Okay. That I've done things, that I should not have done. Okay. I'm going to put that out there, in the public. Okay. So, I gotta go harder. I gotta give this thing my all, man. All right. For years, I pushed out thousands of videos. I've done my best, but guess what? I gotta go harder. I gotta do more. Right? I gotta go harder, man. All right? We gotta go harder for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we're coming into those days, man. We're coming into those last days, as mine God says. Okay. Anyway, it's lucky about all the ranting. I wanted to bring out a couple scriptures. Let's go to the book of Mark. Mark chapter 13. Go to verse 23. I will read to 37. Mark chapter 13, verse Mark chapter 13, verse 23, which again, this is the Exodus is upon us. It says, "But take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things. But in those days after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then, shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. Now learn the parable of the fig tree, where the branches is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that winter is near. So likewise, ye, in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled." And we're gonna continue on, okay? We're gonna continue on, but hey, look, man, that for one cuts mine of God's, pre-plague rapture. The elect are gonna be here for the great tribulation, okay? And if you don't know that, we're gonna be, you're gonna get a hell of a surprise, man. Which also I wanted to point this out the other day. Mine of God pretty much changed his doctrine. Well, the mark of the beast could be the vaccine, is what he's saying. Or the vax, we'll say. Or the X, let's just say the X. The mark of the beast could be the X, according to mine of God. So he's switching it up because he has to make it fit his prophecy. So I asked him, wait a second, you said the elect are not going to be here for the mark of the beast. So if the X is the mark of the beast, and the elect, everybody's still here, there's never been, UFOs coming to, bring people up into them, right, to go somewhere else during this time of trouble. That never happened. It is not going to happen until after the tribulation. But if it doesn't happen and everybody's walking around, with the X, well then, isn't your prediction wrong? And you know what? He admitted that, yes, if that happens, I am wrong. So I will respect the mind of God. Hey, look, mind of God, I salute you, my man, right? I salute you that you stand on your premise. So I will say that you get a salute from ETT for being a man standing on your premise. Okay, you stood on your stance, and I will respect that. Even though you're going off and you don't know the scriptures, but I have to give you respect because you are standing on your word, which is worthy of respect. Bear with me a second. Anyway, all right, 31. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and that hour knows no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work. He commanded the porter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, least something Salakia, least coming suddenly, he find thee sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. Right, man? So, hey, look, we've been watching, man. Okay, the Lord gave us the blueprint. Okay, he showed us what to look out for, right? The, false prophets rising up, the earthquakes, the, wars, right? The great famines, the pestilences. It is all here. It can't be denied, man. It cannot be denied that the prophecies of this book are coming to pass, man. Okay, so I mean, I could sit here and deny it all I want. Not that I would, but somebody could sit there and deny it all they want. But you know what? You can't deny it. That this book clearly is speaking, man. Okay, clearly what it has written in here is happening right now. Okay, it just cannot be denied. Right? And not just only, Mark 13, Matthew 24. That's all happening. But the revelation, right? The mark of the beast, RFID microchip, that's out there right now. That's out here, man. It's been out here since 2000. Okay, so it is only gradually, coming to the mainstream, so to speak. All right? But hey, man, look, that great Exodus is upon us, man. Okay? That Exodus is upon us. I want to go to the book of Jeremiah. Bear with me. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 16. Okay. Bear with me just a second. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, and verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods, day and night. But I will not show you favor, right? And that's America, right? We're, in bondage in America, right? Catching nothing but financial, losses, right? Let me just give a little example, man. The other week, somebody gave me something to sell online, right? So I sold it for $80. I didn't look into it because they told me what to sell it for. So, I thought they, knew what they were talking about because, hell, if you come to me, hey, man, sell this for me, I'll give you half. Sell it for this. It's like, oh, okay, you must know what you're talking about. So I did that, sold it for 80. Turns out it was worth 1,500. So that's just what happens, which again, it was an effed up situation because again, I didn't look into it because I thought they looked into it because they told me what to sell it for, right? They said, hey, sell it for this and I'll give you half. It's like, okay, sure. But then, of course, we find out it was worth a fortune, right? So it's nothing but anything to piss you off. That's just how it works. But hey, that goes back. It's all those curses, man. Those curses. Deuteronomy, what is it? Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, anyway, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, says the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Right, so, it says that one day nobody's going to be talking about the Exodus from Egypt because everybody's going to be talking about the deliverance from here, man. Okay, the second Exodus. Okay, the deliverance from America, man. Right, the deliverance from Babylon, right, the Great, which is America, not no Vatican City, right, according to, CHI. Hell are you talking about? But hey, man, the great deliverance is upon us, man. Okay, the rapture, as they call it, which you can call it rapture, I suppose. But it's upon us, man. Okay? It's truly upon us. I'm going to leave us with this. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Right. So, you know, but you're actually, that lines up with, was that Revelation, the 11th chapter? Right, mine of God's favorite chapter, the two witnesses. Right, mine of God's favorite chapter, which also mine of God, me friend, your strike was weak. All right. Anyway, where the hell did my pen go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyway, this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them. This is talking about the two witnesses, which is all the Israelites in these last days. Right before we were in a dead state of mind, we didn't know who the hell we were. Right, but guess what? Now we know. You know what? We're actually the Israelites. Right, because now we connected history with the Bible. We found out that according to the curses, right, according to history and the curses, that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and confusion to face Israelites, which are white people, all nations of people who look like heathens, but they go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob by the father's side of their family. Okay, out of history and connected with the Bible, we all find out that the real Jews of the Bible are so-called black people. Okay, so that's what that's talking about. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Right, now that's getting into end times here. Right, there was a UFO, and they got raptured. They beamed up into that UFO. Right, that's that second Exodus, right, the deliverance from America. Let's see. And their enemies beheld them. And in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and a 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. Right, now what that's talking about, right, in the same hour that this Exodus is happening, those missiles are going to be coming in, man. Okay, so in the same hour that the elect are saved, that's when America receives its judgment, the same hour. And a little hint to that is it says in Revelation that in 1 hour shall her judgment come. So you see, it's a little reference back a few chapters to Revelation 11 from Revelation 18. That clearly shows that there's a parallel, if I'm saying that correctly, or a connection, for lack of better words, right? Connection from here, and you meet in the middle, clearly see they connect, right? Mine of God didn't catch on to that one, right? So as the elect are being saved within that same hour, that judgment's going to come, right? The 10th part of the city, America is broken up into 10 FEMA regions. 7,000 men were killed. That's talking about the word 7 in the Bible means completion. So 7,000 means the everybody, right? Everybody in this landmass that you call America that was not saved got killed. Okay, that's the breakdown. Okay, so pretty much that's going to be the lesson. Okay, a great exodus is upon us. Okay, a great exodus is upon us. Okay, so with that being said, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, for this truth, and I'm going to say shalom.